So here we are, day 2 of Stop the Insanity Journey. Um, I just thought I'd show you what I go through every day as in terms of being diabetic. And hopefully this is going to be greatly reduced as the diet improves and the blood sugars improve. So as a diabetic, it's very important that you have to monitor your blood sugar levels to know where they're at. So what blood sugar is how much carbohydrate is actually in your blood system. This is really important because the higher the blood sugar and the more blood sugar there is in your blood in your system, um, the longer it lingers and the more it sits there, the higher the risk of it sitting there and causing problems for you. So this could be weight gain, leading to disease, leading to complications. So the first thing a diabetic has to do is measure their blood sugar. So as you can see, this is a blood glucose monitor. You have to put in one of these strips, tear off one of these strips, put it inside, prick your finger with one of these at least twice a day, if not 3 times a day, or basically any time that you before you need to eat. You need to prick your finger, test your blood, see where you're at, to see how much carbohydrate uh, you can eat or not eat at all. Now, the optimum readings are between 4 and 7, really, but I can tell you most diabetics don't get that. Ideally, before you wake up, or when you wake up, the blood sugar reading should be between 4 and 5. This morning I was lucky; I actually got what I get 5.6, which is actually for me amazing. But it should be between 4 and 5 ideally. Before lunch, it should be below 7 or below 6. Before dinner, pretty much the same. So those are the optimum readings. Anything above that, you're considered a serious diabetic. And I can tell you for many years, I was well above 7, even when I woke up and I was fasting. So that's how serious my condition was. So that's prick number 1. So that's when you first get pricked for the day. Now, I can show you the insanity of my medication because, yeah, this is how bad it can get. Now, my main medication is Novomix 30, as in terms of an injection. Now, a lot of diabetics are either this or Solo Star, and it's a pen, and you put your needle on top, insert your needle on top, and you give yourself a dose. Now, when I started off at the hospital, they only gave me something like 12 in the morning, maybe 12 in the evening. I'm up to 40 units now in the morning and 50 at night to even keep it under control. Um, Now, this medication, it's meant to be a mixture between fast acting and slow acting. So what that means is that it works with your liver, whatever you've got left over of insulin, if you've got any at all in your system, to deal with the energy in from the food you've just consumed. So if it's too fast acting, you're going to get a huge blood sugar drop, and you're going to get what they call a hypo, which means your blood sugar is so low, too low, you're going to faint, and you're possibly going to go into a coma. Um, Slow acting, if it's too slow acting, your blood sugars are going to be high and you're going to gain weight. This is part of the nightmare. So, yeah, this is only part of the solution to controlling my blood sugars, unfortunately, and overall been highly ineffective. So because it's been highly ineffective, I couldn't just stay on that. I had to use it alongside other things. So that's another needle I had to deal with. Now this is the total nightmare that I've been dealing with for the past year or so by durian. Now, as you can see, it's a fucking massive needle, and yeah, it's just when I look at it, it just gives me shivers because it's just huge. The needle is huge. I don't know what the pharmacy company were thinking when they released this, but they just thought, well, you're diabetic and you're just going to have to put up with it. Now, what Bydureon does is it, alongside with your insulin, if it's ineffective, will help with the insulin and your body to just push things along a lot faster, deal with your carbohydrates a lot better. So this is like Byetta. Byetta you have to take, I think, once a day or twice a day. This is like a huge Byetta injection um, that you just take once a week. So it's more convenient, but the needle is fucking massive. And when you withdraw it, you're just bleeding. It just really hurts. So it's a very intimidating needle. You have to mix it. You have to do this complicated procedure where you have to just, shake it up and, wait 15 minutes for it to warm up. Screw it in the first time, shake it up. I know what it was. It was knock it against your hand 60 times. Like, you had to count to 60. And then you had to screw, screw in this bottom part again, push it into yourself. Feel the sting of the Bydureon powder inside your body, withdraw the needle, and watch yourself bleed profusely. And that was not fun, I can tell you. So I complained to my doctor about this and every other pharmacist. They all agreed. So it's goodbye to Bydureon for now. So to be honest, even if this is the last needle, I'm not having it. So to replace the nightmarish Bydureon needle, I've now been prescribed the newest medication on the line, Trulicity, which is like Byetta, but again, less scary needle than Bydureon, but still scary nonetheless. So what it is that you remove this bottom part here, and you unlock the cap here, and you shoot it like an arrow into yourself. And the funny thing is, even though it's kind of less scary than that, whatever I showed you before, shooting a needle into yourself is no fun. So, yeah, that's the part of the routine. So how many times would you be possibly pricked in 1 week? I would say up to 20 with all these medications. So this is what a normal chronic diabetic has to go through, pretty much on a weekly basis. And I can tell you, by the end of it, you're really over it. So that's just the medication part. That's just the needles part. Now I'll just come over here to my pharmacy shelf here, what I call my pharmacy shelf, and show you what's in store. So alongside those medications over there, we've got every diabetic's go-to metformin XR, which is again another slow release. Really, all it does is just stabilize you. So if you're on a good winning streak of 5s for your blood sugar reading, it will keep you stable throughout the whole day. Now they claim that you can lose weight on metformin XR. I've never really lost anything on it. So, but apparently really good slow release and meant to keep you stable if your blood sugars are under control. If your blood sugars are not under control, it does nothing for you. So I take this, well, I'm meant to take this up to 3 times a day at the moment because I'm eating a lot less. I'm really only taking it twice. What else have we got here? We've got Avapro for blood pressure. So I need to take this every day if I want to keep it, whatever it is, 60 over 120 or 80 over 110 or whatever it is for blood pressure. Then I got my cholesterol, the statins, which I've heard can actually affect your memory. And the pharmacy companies will deny it, but I can tell you my short-term memory is really shite. And I can put it down to probably this. But it keeps my cholesterol under control to, like last time I took my readings, my cholesterol was pretty amazing. It was under 3, even under 2. So I put it down to diet mostly. I think you can do it alone on diet, but if things are really bad, this is the backup. And then it's just the variety of needles. So you got this one here, the Novofine. Which I prefer over the shorter needles. So luckily in Australia we got the NDIS program, and we get our needles for free, which is amazing. Otherwise, we'd never be able to afford being a diabetic. So there you have it. That's the nightmare of being a diabetic. Stay tuned for the next episode.